He get fired by Gervonta Tank Davis.
This guy's a clown.
I mean,
Gervonta Tank Davis once again finds himself at the center of boxing discussions, but this time it's not because of his knockout power or his exciting fights in the ring. Instead, the buzz surrounds his recent fallout with Leonard Ellerbe, his longtime promoter and a key figure in his career's rise to stardom. The two have officially parted ways, ending a partnership that began in 2015. Their split marks the end of a significant chapter in Davis's career. However, reports suggest that the fallout was far from amicable and even escalated to a nearly physical confrontation. This marks a pivotal moment in Davis's journey, as his contract with Ellerbe and Mayweather Promotions ran out, and the two men have since gone their separate ways. Boxing insider Rick Glazer confirmed the split with a post on social media revealing that Tank Davis had fired Ellerbe. This move has certainly raised eyebrows in the boxing world, with many wondering what it means for Davis's future in the sport. Despite Davis's silence on the matter, those close to him have suggested that the split was far from friendly. Insiders have claimed that Ellerbe was visibly upset by the decision and may have even lashed out verbally after being let go. Ellerbe's role in Tank Davis's career cannot be overstated. He was instrumental in guiding the young fighter from a promising prospect to one of boxing's biggest stars. Under Ellerbe's management, Davis became a household name, with Ellerbe carefully crafting the narrative around Davis's fights, ensuring each bout felt like a major event. Without Ellerbe's influence, however, questions remain about how Davis will maintain his dominance in the boxing world. The split marks a broader shift in Davis's career strategy. Over the years, Tank has distanced himself from several key figures who helped shape his career, and this move seems to further cement his desire to operate independently. Davis now runs his own promotional company, GTD Promotions, signaling a clear intent to take control of his career and move away from the structures that once supported him. Davis's split from Ellerbe also highlights a growing trend in the fighter's approach to the sport. He appears to be more interested in controlling his own narrative, taking charge of the business side of his career. This, however, comes with risks. Ellerbe had a clear vision for Davis's future, and without him, there is uncertainty about the direction of Davis's career. The upcoming fight with Lamont Roach, originally scheduled for December 14th, has already been delayed, now set for March 1, 2025. The fight, which was expected to be an easy victory to keep Davis active, has been criticized by fans who feel Roach doesn't pose a significant challenge to Davis. Many are calling for Davis to face tougher opponents like Devin Haney, Shocker Stevenson, or Teofimo Lopez, fighters who could truly test his skills. Davis's upcoming bout against Lamont Roach is a pivotal moment. Roach, a former WBA super featherweight champion, has been moving up in weight to challenge Tank, but many believe he doesn't present a serious challenge. Despite the criticism, Davis has remained confident about his ability to handle Roach. However, with Ellerbe out of the picture, the question arises, can Davis secure the big fights that fans want to see? The lightweight division is stacked with talent, and Davis will need to show he's willing to take on top contenders if he wants to solidify his place as one of the best in the sport. While Davis's upcoming fight with Roach is seen by some as a stepping stone, the real questions lie in the bigger picture. Will Davis continue to face criticism over his opposition choices, or will he step up and face the top names in boxing? The challenge of staying active and maintaining his momentum is significant. Davis has an undefeated record of 30-0 with 28 knockouts, and he remains one of the most electrifying fighters in boxing. However, many critics argue that Davis needs a legacy-defining fight to truly cement his place among the all-time greats. While his skills are undeniable, his resume lacks the marquee names that some of his contemporaries have on their records. One of the major challenges facing Davis is how to navigate the politics of boxing, particularly in securing big money fights. While Ellerbe had a wealth of experience and connections in the boxing world, it remains to be seen whether Davis can maintain his success without that support. The business side of boxing is just as important as the action inside the ring, and Davis will need a strong team behind him to secure the fights that will keep his career on an upward trajectory. Ellerbe's departure leaves a significant gap in Davis's camp, one that will need to be filled if Tank is to continue rising in the sport. Davis's ability to maintain his status as one of the sport's biggest draws is under scrutiny. Without Ellerbe, who often defended Davis's image and financial worth, Davis could face increased pressure from both fans and critics. Ellerbe was always quick to respond to detractors, whether it was defending Davis's financial status or responding to rumors about Davis avoiding tough opponents. His absence now leaves Davis to fend for himself, which could create new challenges as fans demand more from the undefeated fighter. The pressure to face top competition like Haney, Stevenson, and Lopez will only intensify as Davis's career moves forward. Despite all the changes in his camp, Davis remains confident in his abilities. His knockout power and electrifying style have made him one of the most exciting fighters in boxing. His recent performance, a knockout win over Frank Martin in June, showcased his trademark power and dominance in the ring. However, the looming question remains, will Davis take on the challenges that come with facing elite opposition, or will he continue to prioritize matchups that protect his undefeated record and marketability? As Davis enters this new phase of his career, the stakes remain high. He is one of the best fighters in the world, but in order to prove he belongs among the all-time greats, he must continue to take on top-tier competition. With Ellerbe out of the picture, the question of who will fill the void left in Davis's team is more pressing than ever. Without Ellerbe's connections and experience, Davis may face difficulties in securing the big fights that will define his legacy. The split between Davis and Ellerbe also highlights the changing dynamics in the boxing world. More and more fighters are taking control of their own careers, seeking to become independent of the traditional promotional structures. Davis's decision to part ways with Ellerbe and Mayweather Promotions is part of this larger trend. He is no longer just a fighter, he is a businessman, running his own promotional company and making the decisions that will shape his future in the sport. One of the key questions now is how Davis will handle the business side of his career. Without Ellerbe, he may find it more difficult to secure high-profile matchups, particularly against top contenders like Haney, Stevenson, and Lopez. While Davis's talent is unquestionable, boxing is a business, and the politics of matchmaking, negotiations, and promotions play a huge role in shaping a fighter's career. Davis will need to surround himself with a team that can navigate these complexities if he is to continue his ascent in the sport. As for the future of the lightweight division, Davis's name will remain a central topic of conversation. Fighters like Devin Haney, Shocker Stevenson, and Teofimo Lopez are all jockeying for position, and fans are eager to see these top talents face off against one another. Davis's knockout power and electrifying style have made him one of the most exciting fighters in the world, but many believe he still needs to face the best to truly solidify his legacy. If he can navigate the challenges ahead and secure the big fights, Davis has the potential to become one of the greatest fighters of his generation. But whether his new team can deliver on that promise remains to be seen. The fallout with Ellerbe is just one chapter in Davis's career, but it signals a broader shift in how he views the sport. He is now in control of his destiny, and while that comes with greater freedom, it also comes with significant risks. The pressure to take on the best opponents, secure high-profile fights, and maintain his marketability will only increase in the coming years. Davis has the talent and the ability to become a legend in the sport, but it's up to him and his new team to make the right moves and continue to push the boundaries of his career. The coming months will be crucial in determining whether Davis can stay at the top and cement his place in boxing history. As Davis prepares for his upcoming fight against Lamont Roach, one thing is clear: his future in the sport is anything but certain. Whether he can maintain his dominance without Ellerbe by his side is the million-dollar question. With his undefeated record and incredible knockout power, Davis remains one of the most exciting figures in boxing. But to truly cement his legacy, he will need to prove himself against the sport's elite. How quickly he can secure those big fights, and how well he can handle the pressures of being his own boss, will determine whether he remains at the top or falls into obscurity. The next chapter of Tank Davis's career is just beginning, and it promises to be filled with drama, intrigue, and of course, fireworks inside the ring.